Real quick, man. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe for me, man. I'm on the rise. I'm on the rise. I'm working hard authentically, man. Working hard authentically, man. Make sure you hit the notification and please hit that like button, man. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like button. I'm getting into this one real quick, man. I don't know whether to call it sad, crazy. This what you get, and really though, these cats is young. These cats is young, man. And I don't know where a lot of these cats get their mental from, especially ones that's like this guy, Sean Garford. If I'm saying the wrong name wrong, y'all excuse me. We all know Julio Foolio wasn't no saint, but nobody don't deserve to lose their life, even if he took one before he passed away. God bless Julio Foolio. My condolences go to his family. This is a tragic, bad situation on both parties. Nobody win. It all is because of nothing. And we make sure y'all share this because the kids need to hear this, man. Kids need to hear this and see this, man. And they don't believe it until they sitting in this situation. And I'm sure this guy and his peers that's on trial, that just blew trial, know about these situations. Then watch these YouTube channels. Nobody believe it until they sitting there. They did what they did to Julio Foolio, plotted it out, not understanding they making the biggest mistake of their entire life. Planning from all the way from a whole nother city to another city, and oh my God, they didn't understand that that is capital murder, man. That's death penalty status, man. And it's sad seeing this young fella sit there, man. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. I talked to my baby boy. He's 16 years old, man, and I'm glad he don't be in them streets like that. I'm glad that he's doing things, staying busy with, academically. And anything still can happen even when they do that. This young guy had been in 5 different countries. His parents took care of him. 2 grandmamas make sure he's straight. And they always want to see what it's like to live on the other side, man. Always, man. And they be looking at these videos on YouTube like they not real. This is real stuff, man. And these kids don't understand it. And it ain't like we could keep them in the house when they get a certain age. You gotta let them fly a little bit so they can learn how to pay bills and know how to conduct themselves amongst peers and be outside. And that's all the reasons why this is sad. Because they're still young. Their thought process is not fully developed. So me, I wouldn't vote on death penalty for these young cats. Um, no disrespect to Julio Foolio, things he's done created reactions as well, but that still don't make it right for what they did and how they thought. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is allegedly Julio Foolio been in that path of doing them same things what they have done, but they got caught for it. He did. Like I said, also they have young mentals, and I guess they always say two wrongs don't make a right. So why would they get the death penalty? Maybe living in jail for the rest of their lives might be a thought process. GT salute. So I don't know, man. And looking at the young guy, man, and he looks like if he was portraying gangster outside, because they was clapping and popping bottles of Don Julio, making it, portraying it like his Julio Fulio's name or whatever, being, just being crazy, recording themselves. Who does that? Why would y'all do that? And me looking at this young cat, man, no disrespect to him, but he got a little soft side to him to me, man. I'll let y'all fill in the blanks in the comments. But he got a little, and he's light skinned. He's getting ready to go to prison, and he's young, and he grew up a good life. He don't know what prison is. He's getting ready to have the terrible time in there if his fight game in on 1,000. So I hope he got his fight game on 1,000 the way he had his pow pow game outside. And that's not being funny. It's not. This is not being funny at all. And it's sad, man. So I want to go through a few things because I want, a lot of y'all to share this, man. Share this, man. Because I want these young cats to see this, and even y'all as grown folks, man, get the impact of what this is all about. So we're gonna go through this, and I'm gonna go through some comments while we watch it. I'm just gonna, freestyle it a little bit, and everybody can get whatever they want to get out of it. And we're gonna see. Let me see. Let me get it right for y'all. This is crazy, man. And it's sad. I must do say, man. It's sad. It's sad. Emmanuel said Harlem, New York, always thumbs up for my man Big Boosie. Stay winning. I appreciate you, bro. For real. People like you helping out what I'm doing over here, shit, I'm gonna stay winning, man. It goes both ways, man. I appreciate that, man. For real. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to it. This is his lawyer trying to save his life and not get him the death penalty. Let him speak his piece about how he's gonna live for the rest of his life in jail if spared the death penalty, man. That prosecutor, he don't care. He's going crazy. But let y'all check it out. Like I said, we're gonna look at some comments too.
My name is Sean Gathright, SeanGathright. I was born on October 20th, 2005.
Look at that. 2005, man. That's wow. That's like not far from us, man. 2005. He haven't really seen anything yet. He's been in 5 different countries with his family and stuff like that. So he's seen stuff. But really still, that's just the tip of the iceberg for him, man. And now he's never gonna see this side of the world again, man. And hopefully not put to sleep, man, for the rest of his life, man. Damn, 2005. We on 2026. I really just got my house in 2006. 20 years. So that's, oh man, that's 19 years ago. That's sad.
Mr. Gafford, you've heard people speak here today on your behalf and yesterday, and I know that you wanted to address the court and the jury. So I would like to ask you what you want the jury to know.
Yeah. I just want to address the court today, and I'm not here to dispute anything. I'm just here to be a man and take responsibility and express my feelings about this whole situation. Um, you know, that's what I plan on doing.
And how do you feel?
I feel very remorseful. You know, um, this is a terrible situation. It's been a traumatic experience. You know.
Let me ask you this. So, how old were you when you were arrested?
I was 18 years old.
We heard that you had started some college, obviously probably didn't get very far, right?
Right.
What have you done since you've been in jail? Is there programs? Are there things that you can do there?
So, I've gotten into programs. I've also, I grew up, in church and, in a Christian household. So I refocused my, life to Christ, and, I've taken a lot of religious programs.
Most people that get locked up, they always turn their life to Christ, which is a good thing, especially when you are in unalive in a person's situation, man. So you want to repent to God, man. So I give them thumbs up on that part, man. And this is a wild and very very sensitive situation, man.
I've read the Bible from cover to cover. I've tried to, share some word, and we have prayer circles in the jail and stuff like that. I've led a couple, prayer circles, and I've tried to,
I remember them prayer circles, boy. When I was locked up. I did my church thing and all that, but it's always good to keep God in your life when you're definitely doing that. But don't be in church thinking that you're utilizing God to get you out of that situation, and then after you come home, you don't utilize God anymore. But I get it.
kids around my age or younger, since I'm 20 years old now. That when you turn 18, you go to the adult pods and stuff like that. So if I see somebody who I see has a lot of potential and has a chance to keep them from you know basically being able to be corrected at this opportunity and not come back, I try to take them under my wing. As you see, I have a lot of resources and a lot of family that love me, and they've even, asked me like, hey, is there anybody in there who doesn't have somebody like that who, could be sending them some money, like, anything like that. So I've tried to, be a vessel for God to pour over my blessings into those around me.
We heard from Mr. Gnosko, who said that, in prison, that there is opportunities, at times to be a mentor or do orientations and peer-to-peer, things like that. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing?
Of course, I definitely want to, try my absolute best to course correct anybody from falling down the path that they don't have to take, especially the youth. I feel like that's my calling that God has put on my heart to, you know, be a mentor to the youth and be a positive influence in this world.
What about those relationships, like you said?
I'm trying to remember. This is his mother, or Julio Foolio's mother, man. Anybody in the comments, let me know who this lady is right here. Is this Julio Foolio's mother, or is this guy mother? Cause she's crying hard, and even if it is Julio's uh Folio mom, I understand why she would be crying, man. Cause she looking like, damn, this young guy allowed my son, and he's still a baby too. But I don't know. This look like this might be his mom just by her emotions. I don't know. Somebody let me
If you
know.
have a lot of people, are you able to maintain those relationships now?
Yeah, so I mean, everybody who I maintain a relationship with wasn't able to all be here today or even testify, but I talk to them daily, weekly, bi-weekly. I have I cherish my supporters very deeply.
Okay, they said that's the defending mom. DJ 455. Appreciate that, bro.
And I want to maintain a relationship with them for the rest of my life.
And that's why we gotta spread this, man. These kids need to see this. This is bigger than that crazy 6ix9ine mess. We don't even want to talk about that. This need to be spreaded more than anything. 2 million views. That man, mom, she is so heartbroken. This is not what she thought her son was gonna be growing up. Took him to see the best things in life early, and now she gotta be sitting in a courtroom with her baby that she wish she probably can be over there and he be over on the other side. And she's heartbroken in there, man. And trying to stay strong for him. Hey.
And I know, we're not gonna talk about the case itself, right? But you said that you were taking accountability, you felt remorseful. Tell us what you mean by that and what statement you want to make.
To the victim's family, I want to send my deepest condolences. And I understand that it's hard losing a child, a best friend, a brother, a cousin. And for that, I just cannot say sorry enough. I feel terrible about the situation. But
And you see, when they get in this situation, is when they really hit home. Cause y'all gonna see what this prosecutor say to him, man. You feel bad for it because you got caught. Because in your mind, then why you wasn't thinking like that, how you thinking now? For the life of me, I can never understand why none of these young cats can never think like that before they do something like this and have to be on the stand, man. It's crazy. Ro Williams, I see you. That's what's up. Yeah, Ro Williams says crazy.
I'm a firm believer that God can use anything for good that the devil wants it for bad. And so I'm grateful for the people I've met, for the lessons that I've learned, for this experience in general, because it's one that I'll never forget and it's gonna shape the rest of my life.
Sounds like there's that saying, it's kind of cheesy, but you make lemons out of lemonade or.
Lemonade out of lemons.
So no, I obviously don't make lemonade, but it sounds to me like you are going to try and make the best of a bad situation. Does that sound about right?
Of course.
And are you gonna continue to do that?
Of course. I'm gonna try to, you know, continue a humble life, a righteous life, try to do the right things at all times, you know.
Do you apprise yourself? We've heard about some, courses and programs and things that you can get involved with to stay busy in prison. Is that something that you plan to do?
Yeah, so hearing Raul's testimony was, the first glimpse that I have of, what prison it could be like. I want to stay as busy as possible, stay away from bad apples. I want to, like, keep a job, get into programs, try to get into any vocational things I can do, try to, keep my record clean to, go to the best incentivized things and have visits with my family. And, I just want to just.
That's the sad part, man. His mama got to visit her baby in jail to the day she leave this earth, man. This is crazy, man. Who got some OGs out there that regulate these young dudes? None. The OGs is the ones that's probably 15 older. If he tougher than you and he 15 can beat you up. If you 20, he can beat you. He's your OG. No brains. No nothing. Now his mama gotta see him and visit him for the rest of his life in there, man. And only thing about this, Julio Foolio moms will never get to see him anymore. She gotta go to a place where it's a bunch of grass and dirt to see hers. This mom will still get to see hers. This is crazy, man. These young dudes is wild and all for nothing.
Stay out the way, I just want to make everything, peaceful as can be.
Even knowing that you're not getting out of prison, you want to make the best of your stay there?
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? If you're going to be somewhere for the rest of your life, why would you?
She heard what he said, and she said, even though you're gonna be in prison for the rest of your life. And that's what he's saying, for the rest of his life.
Nice things and have visits with my family, and I just want to just stay out the way. I just want to make everything, peaceful as can be.
Even knowing that you're not getting out of prison, you want to make the best of your stay there?
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? If you're going to be somewhere for the rest of your life, why would you make your life a
You'll
living
be
hell?
there for the rest of your life.
And you're young, right? 20?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to film it? Yes. I'll have some of this.
Look at mom, man. This breaks my heart, man. Mama got them tears like that, bro. God damn. This would break my heart more than anything, man. It's like, damn, man. What was you thinking, man? I know she done broke down several times and by herself at home, man. For real. Several times, man. By herself, man. I know she like, this is a dream. This can't be real. My son, made sure he went to private school, everything. Took him across the world. What made him think that he would be a person to unalive people? This is what he was doing when he outside. I'm trusting him to go outside. Wow, he went to the best schools. Ro Williams said he is headed to tabletop hell. That's a fact. And beyond. His hands better be good. No lie, facts. And you see his demeanor. And I don't want to really, try to disrespect him, but I'm just calling it how I see it, man. No disrespect. But he kind of got that sweet demeanor, man. Damn, look at mama, man. I feel so bad for her, man.
You would agree with me that Charles Jones was young too, wasn't he?
Relatively young, yes, sir.
26, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what the evidence showed us, correct? You were sitting here watching that, correct? The evidence that came in over the last several weeks?
I was right there.
Yeah. And you want to take accountability now, correct? You want to take accountability now that this jury has found you guilty, correct?
Yes, sir.
Weeks after we went through a trial. Is that your testimony?
Objection, Your Honor.
You heard what the prosecutor said. You ought to take accountability now that you did what you did. And he said, yeah. So the prosecutor said, weeks after we done been to trial, basically saying you should have went on and just copped out and took a plea instead of going all the way to trial with it. Why would you be wanting to go to trial, but now you got remorse? If you felt remorseful, you would have went on and took a plea. You tried to go ahead and go to trial, and hopefully you would beat it, and then you would go home after the damage is done. And the other man would still be in the ground. This deep right here, man. Everybody share this, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button, share this, man.
Mr. State Objection. You indicated this was a traumatic experience. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you just testified to, correct?
That's what I said.
Look at the prosecutor's face, man. He definitely one of them persons gonna send you to jail, boy.
We just have one moment, Your Honor. We're trying to be all.
Yes.
But William said he's headed to tabletop hell. That's a fact, boy. Look how he's twitting around, y'all. Kind of Swedish, like, man. He better, oh man, he better.
Page 25C.
He better start putting his fight game together in the county jail, man, and doing a lot of push-ups, man, for real. That ain't gonna be good for him. I was locked up with a little dude. He was 15 when he came in, man. This was 92. He was in there for unaliving somebody. Light-skinned, short, little pretty boy dude, man. We was in Baltimore at the across from Castle Grayskull, where you sit 23 hours a day, go out for an hour, take your shower and all that. And they processing you what prison they gonna send everybody to, man. They was going crazy on this little dude. Like wherever prison he go to, he gonna have a problem. And I'm looking at this guy right here, man. Oh my God.
Gino Norris.
Yes, sir.
You remember him? He was also really young when this happened, wasn't he?
I didn't know how old he was.
Early 20s, 22. Would that surprise you?
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Gino Norris, who's not a gang member, who's Charles Jones' friend from the time they're children.
That's the legal basis. Okay, come on up, counsel.
Yeah, Rose said no lie. He is gonna get handled real quick. That's a fact. I hate to say it, man, but it is what it is in there, man. They got real booty bandits where he going, and if he's gonna have life or death penalty, that's a fact, man. Why you say his flag has no clarity? If he has a flag, it should have clarity. They should be holding him down in there, though. If you have a flag, that's what that's supposed to be about. Supposed to be about a brotherhood. And if it don't have no clarity when he get in there, that means, and he went to trial, so he didn't snitch. So they should be holding him down in there, man. So if he does, if that's the case, that should be no. He should be held down. Nobody. They shouldn't be letting nobody touch him. For real. Yeah, I know his age, but who they shouldn't. His crew should stick up for him in there for whatever. I guess what they call it set, whatever set he's down with, need to be holding him down in there. Don't let nobody touch him because they're gonna definitely try to get at him if ain't nobody gonna hold him down, man. They gonna want to get and he light skinned too with pretty hair like that. Oh my God, bro, he gonna have a terrible time. Now don't get it twisted. I know it's dudes light skinned like him, pretty hair like him, but they knockout artists and they with the ish. They with whatever you with. But he don't look like it to me, man. Yeah, and they don't have no clarity, Ro Williams saying. So you know what, my G? That's why there's no need to be a part of something that really does nothing. For real. Why I'm being part of something that ain't holding nothing down all the way to the bitter end. That's crazy.
26C, Xavier Edwards. 25C, Gino Norris. And you saw the autopsy photos of Charles Jones. My question to you is, after you and your friends inflicted that carnage on June 23rd, and as you were running stage 59C, this is actually you running to shoot them, but when you were running back past that Tesla, were you feeling a lot of trauma at that point?
Damn.
It was so long ago, I try to not remember anything from that night.
Were you remorseful as you were running back with that AR-15 in your hands?
Like I said, I try to remember nothing.
This dude had an AR-15. Wow. Salute, D. Johnson, salute. Yo, this dude had an AR-15, y'all. Look at him. He didn't look nothing like that. But now don't get it twisted. I know some unalivers too that ain't no joke in them streets. Pretty boy head, light skin too, that play with them things, and people know not to play with them, man. For real, for real. They do. They know not to play with them. But looking at him and his demeanor, and even if I seen one of the dudes I know be on the stand, I can still tell their demeanor ain't nothing to play with. I'm looking at his demeanor, man, and I could tell he ain't built like that. He was just doing what he see everybody else do and being fitting in with the Joneses, man. That's crazy, man. He running with a big thing like, and they was like he was the more aggressive, like in the front, like he was army style. You should have went to the army, bro. You wanted to do all of this, man.
That night.
Was it traumatic to you as you went back to the car with that AR-15? Was it still smoking? Was it still warm in your hands from firing it?
Sustained injection.
Were you feeling remorse as you were getting back into the Impala?
Like I said, I just try to focus on today and moving forward.
So
That makes sense, bro. He was having an out of body situation, yeah, because when you put those toys in your hand, them, you know what, pows in your hand, you feel powerful. Hey, we all felt it before. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I felt that when I got one, like, yeah, that's what's up. But I've learned early though, this ain't for just cause somebody look at you. I wish somebody would look at me. You want to do something to them, man. Pop my ish. What's good? Salute. It ain't no you because you got that in your hand that you feel you invincible now. You want somebody to look at you to start trouble so you can unalive somebody and go to jail for the rest of your life for nothing stupid. I learned early that ain't what this for. And I used to tell my team when I got a certain age, when we rolling and we putting them in their hands, yo, this ain't for that. This is for a case of emergency. Somebody act like they want problems. It's to protect yourself. So that was a great statement. He was had an out of body statement, bro. For real. When the actual thing was happening, he felt invincible, like he was really doing something big and showing off for his team. And he's taking a human life and not understanding this is where he was getting ready to be after it's all said and done.
So the next day, that Impala, that was your car. You drove that around, right? It was your mom's, but you drove that car, correct?
Yes, sir, it was my mother's car.
Right. And that was the car you drove from Jacksonville to Tampa in, correct? What,
And he drove his mama car, man. His mama sitting in there crying. She like, man, this is what he took my car for. Mama ain't even know what he was taking that car for to go and do. And you know, took mama car to go and unalive somebody, man. You know she ain't raised you like that, man. She's still sitting in there holding you down, supporting you, man. Tears in her eyes, man. This is crazy how young dudes is, man. Everybody make sure they share this, man. This is serious right here. These young cats need to see this. This need to be shared, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Word up.
working to a point, Your Honor.
Okay, why don't we just get there?
So this car, this Impala that you drove from Jacksonville to Tampa in with Mr. Chance, Miss Andrews, the one that you drove in tandem with the Silver Cruise, the same car that you utilized to drive the assault team, the shooting team, which you were a part of that night. That same car that you drove around Tampa in the early morning hours for several hours, tracking, stalking, and hunting Charles Jones and his entourage.
Sustained.
That same Impala, you drove that to Polk County the next day, and you dropped it at your grandmother's house, right? The same grandmother who came in here last night and testified for you, correct?
This prosecutor ain't playing. Then you utilize your good grandparents to hide your mama car, take it to her house. Like little boy, what was you thinking, man? So around this time, I think he probably was 18, cause he's 20 now. This dude, God, man, y'all been watching too much TV, man. That Grand Theft Auto stuff, man, they need to take that off the market because it's brainwashing our kids as well. They talking about it's the rappers, but nobody's talking about the video games, man, that really can rob people and make your own city and all kind of stuff and get girls pregnant. All that stuff is stupid to let these young cats be playing that stuff, man. For real, they need to ban that.
Well, go ahead, you can answer that question.
Isn't that correct?
What is the question?
You dropped the Impala, the one that had all of these shooters in it, the one that was utilized in this murder, that was such a vital cog in this plan. You dropped it at your grandmother's house in Auburndale, didn't you?
I'm here to testify about today.
Are you going to answer that question, or are you going to avoid it? Because that's not what I asked what you were doing here today. I think we all understand what you're here to do today, what you're testifying about. I'm asking you specifically about your remorse. Were you remorseful when you dropped that car off and left it at your grandmother's house in Auburndale?
I did go to my grandmother's house.
Were you feeling remorse when you hugged her and got into the Forerunner and left her with the Impala after you wiped it down?
This prosecutor ain't playing. So being he up here speaking about he's remorseful, this is the point what I was making at the beginning. Y'all want to get up here now and be remorseful. You didn't think about the actions of you about to unalive somebody and what you're gonna feel after that fact. And you went and left it, jumped in another car or a truck or whatever you did. Was you remorseful then? Is what this prosecutor want to know.
Sir, I'm just telling you that today I would like to express my remorse to
I understand what you're trying.
He utilized that to avoid the question. Like, I don't recall. That's what that is, but he still got to answer the question.
Trying to do today. I'm asking you, since you're trying to convince this jury that you're remorseful, were you feeling remorse that next day or later that day?
I don't remember these days in detail, how I was feeling. what I was thinking.
What about later that night when you went to Orlando? Were you feeling remorse when you were out partying at Club Parlay celebrating what you had done that day?
That was my sister's birthday party.
What did you feel any remorse while you were drinking Don Julio tequila and putting that in your video and throwing gang signs?
Wow. This prosecutor trying to get him the death penalty for real. And that's the problem. Y'all young cats want to get out here, unalive people, and then put it in videos and think that that's cute. Nobody's laughing with you. Nobody. They laughing at you right now. Or let me rephrase this. They probably was laughing with y'all when y'all first was doing it, when they heard about Julio Foolio being unalive, and then y'all put it in there basically telling on yourselves. Even if y'all didn't do it, y'all made it look like y'all did it by even popping bottles and trying to be funny. Telling on yourself, man. This is crazy right here. Pop My Ish said he's been coached by his lawyer. Yeah, to try to not answer it like saying I don't recall, but he still had to answer the question. He's got to say a legitimate uh answer back in the courts. But he gonna get it right by I don't remember, it's been so long. They're gonna let it ride a little bit. But he was in the video, bro, putting videos up throwing gang signs, and now look at his face.
I'm here to testify about today, sir. We've all seen the evidence, we've all reviewed everything.
Mr. Chance, it's not time for you now to make speeches.
You don't control this. You don't control this movement right now. The prosecutor do is what the prosecutor is letting them know.
Politely answered your counsel's questions. Can you not answer the state's questions? Is there something about my question you don't understand?
Right.
I was getting to
I'm
that.
sorry, Mr. Gafford, I called you Mr. Chance. Excuse me.
I was getting to my answer. Like I said, I've seen all the evidence.
Well, we've all seen all the evidence.
Yes,
Right?
sir. That's true.
And after all that evidence came in, and this jury based their true verdict on that, convicting you. Now you're taking accountability? Is that correct?
Sustain the objection. I think the question on the table was remorse about,
It is, Your Honor.
you just need to answer that question.
So I'm gonna ask you very specifically, okay? So try to focus with the laser beam here, Mr. Gafford. Were you feeling remorse when you were in Club Parlay in Orlando drinking Don Julio? Were you feeling remorse for what you did earlier that day?
I don't remember how I was feeling or what I was thinking.
Were you feeling remorse when you got pulled over in the Forerunner a couple of days later by the police?
I don't remember. I was nervous. I mean, I had never been involved in any
Were you feeling remorse when you were unloading the Impala and putting all of that evidence into the Forerunner? Did you feel remorse?
Sir, I told you I don't remember how I was feeling or what I was thinking in those days.
Mr. Gafford, you have led, you would agree with me, an extremely privileged life, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
You would agree with that, correct?
I would.
You've had a loving mother, correct?
Yes.
And he about to break it down. It's crazy. Kenny B just said that kid should be in college right now. Shaking my head. Right. Because he's about to break it down. The life this little young dude has been living. It coincides with what you just said, Kenny B.
A loving sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've had two wonderful grandmothers, correct?
Yes, sir.
You would agree with me, right?
I couldn't deny that.
One
That's crazy right here, man.
of which probably, I'm assuming, sacrificed and paid for you to go to that private school, that preparatory school, correct?
It wasn't paid. It was a magnet program, so I had to apply, and it was a lottery system.
It was a lottery system. Okay, so it was a magnet.
Yes, sir.
All right. She supported you going there, did she not?
Everybody did.
Gave you open use of her house, welcomed you, treated you, and parented you, basically, didn't she?
Yes, sir.
Took care of you when your parents were employed, correct?
Yes, sir. At the time, I was living with my grandmother. Both of my parents had been either retired or out of the military. I was just living there more so. I needed a change of scenery, and my relationship with my father wasn't sustainable.
Okay, this is when you're.
So he probably was a knucklehead, didn't want to listen to his father. Now it's getting deep now. I ain't catch that one. Relationship with his father wasn't sustainable. Mama probably babied him up so much, turned him against the father. Allegedly, hopefully that ain't what it was, but 9 times out of 10, that's what it was. Probably didn't want to listen to his pops, wanted to do what he wanted to do, and got caught up. I guarantee you that's what that is at this point right now, man. Pop Myers said he's avoiding questions. That's a fact. That right here, what he just said, though, is part of that problem. I guarantee you. He wasn't sustainable with his father. He speak very well, very articulate, but he wanted to be out with them boys, man. Pops probably wasn't going for whatever he wanted to do. Not saying the dudes. Pop probably didn't know what he was doing with the guys neither, but at the end of the day, he was being rebellious to his pops, more than likely.
You're in Oxford with your grandmother.
Yes, sir.
The nice lady we saw earlier came in.
Let's hear what they say. Hold up.
Either retired or out of the military. I was just living there more so. I needed a change of scenery, and my relationship with my father wasn't sustainable.
See?
Okay, this is when you're in Oxford with your grandmother.
Yes, sir.
The nice lady we saw earlier came in here.
Yes, sir.
The one that has supported you, who spoke so lovingly about you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so you went to this preparatory school, and whether you got in there through a lottery or not, you would agree with me, not everybody gets to go to a school like that, correct?
The lottery school that the magnet school I went to was in middle school when I was living in Jacksonville. The school I went to in Oxford, it was just a public high school.
A public high school.
Yes,
Okay, my mistake. So you went to that preparatory school in Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
But again, that school was not something that every kid gets to go to, right?
No, sir.
Not every kid gets to have a counselor and a role model like Mr. Edwards, correct?
No, sir. I was very blessed.
And that shows how smart he is to even, get picked in that lottery to go to a school like that probably costs a lot of money.
Many children get to fly in planes with their stepfather, correct?
No, sir.
And fly around in Asia and get to see islands off the coast of Okinawa, correct?
Wow. See, he done been in Asia, the coast of Okinawa, with his stepfather and all that. That's wild, man. He might have been rebellious with his real pops. I would like to know that backstory before I judge him on that. Because some fathers could be real dickheads, man, for real. But I'd love to see that.
No, sir. I was very blessed.
You are very blessed, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And not every kid gets to go to Scotland, right?
No, sir.
Or Ireland.
No, sir.
Or Paris.
No, sir.
Or
A lot of grown-ups don't. A lot.
London.
No, sir.
Or Spain.
No, sir.
Cape Town or Johannesburg or both in South Africa?
Cape Town.
Cape Town, beautiful city, right? You got to go experience that when you were growing up, correct?
Well, it's safe to say he done seen a lot of stuff before he got old. Right or wrong. A lot of people like to go see all them countries he just named or they, put it on their bucket list. He did his early. Now he's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life, or about to lose his life. Hopefully, he don't lose his life, man. I don't agree with that one.
I did.
Because you had such loving people around you supporting you, correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, your grandmother went with you on that trip, did she not? Or not on that one, but on the ones that you were.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we heard you got to meet up with your sister in one of those trips, correct?
I did. I had the privilege.
So you always had someone there taking care of you, and you always had good, strong male role models, including people at your grandmother's church and your stepfather, Mr. Harrington, correct?
I had male role models in my life growing up. but in my more formative years, more so 16 to 18, I did not have a relationship with my father, and the male role models that came and testified, they were present, but not intimately as whenever I was younger, maybe middle school years. But when I turned around 16 to 18, it was the females that actually had that caregiving and, you know, nurturing relationship with me. But
Thank you for,
And see, this is the thing, man. When you grow up around a lot of females, man, you learn those traits and you see his mannerisms, what I was saying earlier. See, and he just spoke that up by saying the sisters. And then you get those little traits where you want to try to be rebellious towards your father and even the male men that's in his life. And then he want to get out there and show the other peers that he a tough guy because he grew up with sisters. In all naturality, he ain't a tough guy because ain't no men really showing how to be a tough guy. So he wanted to express that is why he's in here right now, man. And I'm not shaming no women, but sometimes, man, women got to put a man in the life of their son. For real. Because that's what now I heard that. That's crazy. He just said he broke down about the men being in his life and but not being in his life. And he ain't got a relationship with his father.
clarifying that. I appreciate it.
yes,
So,
towards the more recent years,
mhm.
I didn't have that one-on-one and very close relationship with, you know, those male role models in my life. You know, you heard my stepfather say, you know, after the divorce.
I did hear that, Mr. Chance. Let me stop you. Okay, we'll go back to my.
And there the male, his stepfather even had a divorce with the mama. Mama done been what you call it, covering this boy up, like trying to what they call it when they keep you and I want to keep you in the house all the time. I don't want you to go nowhere, see this or do that. And it forced him to have to go out and see this and do that. And then he got with the wrong crowd, man. Got with the wrong crowd. And being with his sisters and those is like role models to him. Sisters, man. Damn, man. And this is what brought him here right here. I guarantee you that.
Question. I'm sorry.
Mr. Gathright.
I'm sorry. I keep calling you that, Mr. Daffler. Let me go back to what you said earlier. Between 16 and 18, you didn't have a male role model? Is that what you're telling the jury?
I'm not saying I didn't have any male role models, but day to day, you know, young men need strong.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you had a male role model between 16 and 18.
Right, answer the question.
I had a figure that I could go to, but not intimately.
Mr. Edwards, right?
Yes, sir.
He had stayed in contact with you even when you graduated into high school, correct?
Yes, sir. We definitely maintain a relationship, but
You seem to be pretty enthusiastic about that, right?
yes, sir.
In
Yes.
fact, you went on a cruise with him at some point, did you not?
Yeah, when I was younger, yes. We had a very close relationship.
And then from what you're saying, if I understand it right, the females, I'm assuming you're talking about your grandmothers and your mom stepped into the gap?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was grandmother's, mother, sister.
So let me.
Bingo. All that right there. He been around too many women growing all the way up to 18. Then when he go outside with the dudes, he want to poke his chest out. That's crazy.
Let me see if I got this right. When you were being brought up, and you were being brought up by a mother who was enlisted or an officer in the military, an officer, wasn't she?
I don't know exactly what her rank is. I know she was a sergeant.
But in the Marine Corps.
Yes, sir. She was in the Marine Corps.
All right. And then you had a stepfather who was in the Air Force, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
From the time you were 3 all the way up to when they divorced in 2020.
Yes, sir.
All right. They taught you right from wrong, correct?
Yes, sir.
We heard that from your grandmother,
yes,
right?
Yes. Of course, yes, sir.
Miss Lyle, she told us the same thing.
Okay.
They brought you up in the church, they taught you about the Ten Commandments, they taught you about right from wrong, did they not?
They did.
All right, and they were excellent role models about living your life in a disciplined, honest, and right way, correct? And being law-abiding, correct?
Yo, homie got some. His demeanor is he definitely grew up with women. Let me just say that, man. And this prosecutor is burying him like you grew up the correct way. You supposed to knew wrong from right, man.
They really didn't have to worry about me.
Well, let me just answer my question. Would you agree with what I'm telling you? That they were excellent role models of how to live a moral life?
Yes, sir. They definitely instilled the foundation.
May I have one moment, Your Honor? I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, be great.
Look at his demeanor, man.
No one feels more.
His demeanor is buck wild, boy. That right there tells me that him growing up with them women is one of the main reasons why he's sitting there right now, man. It's very sad, man. This is very sad, man. And this is what happens with a lot of our YNs, man. Right here answers that question. Some women don't want their kids, their sons to grow up and be a man. Some of them push their kids away from the fathers. Dangerous. Meaning this is the outcome. That's what's dangerous about it, man. I feel for him. And I know his mom is sitting there like, damn, where did I go wrong? Now that's in her mind. And the stepfather, which is the ex-husband now, he didn't really say too much about how much he was in his life or really gave him some laws of the land of being a grown man, man. It's looking real crazy right now, man. Real crazy. We're gonna finish with the rest, man.
Despite having what you call a blessed upbringing, you still find yourself here today, right?
Unfortunately.
Where you have lived, we heard about Mississippi, and was Jacksonville different than where you lived previously?
Jacksonville was unlike any other city that I've been lived in or visited or any other country. The cultures, the neighborhoods, the people, it's completely different.
And how old were you when you kind of started experiencing that culture shock?
So when I moved to Jacksonville, I was about 9 or 10 years old. I didn't really.
That's neither here nor there. Y'all can catch that on Law and Crime. It's a sad situation, man. I feel sorry for the young brother. He made a bad decision in his life, man. Bad decision in his life. Maybe we could say we don't want to point no fingers of his upbringing because I know some people that was raised by women too move different. They are not in jail. They ain't unaliving people. They are successful at what they doing, and they didn't get caught out there with that. But I'm just saying the majority kind of rules when certain guys grow up under the women, the sisters, the aunts, the mamas, and all that. And you can tell his demeanor and see a lot of that undercover brother stuff when you got that little undercover movement. You want to show the guys in the hood you tough and you just like them. Not saying that that's what it is with him, but me kind of analyzing this situation, man, and just heard what the prosecutor was asking him, and then listen to him answer back to his manhood that was in his life. It wasn't really there. He said it. It's a sad situation, man. It's very sad, man. He's going to jail for the rest of his life. Pop My Ear said, I don't think he'll get the death penalty. He'll get life in prison. I hope that's what he get, man. I do. I hope he get life in prison. Some people that really is about their life don't even want life in prison. They'll probably say, yeah, give me the death penalty. Let me just get on up out of here. I'm not gonna be in jail for the rest of my life just doing that. But you can see he's not about that life, man. Sad. Make sure y'all share this, man. Please share this, share this, share this. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And everybody, please hit that like button, man. Please hit that like button. Hit the notification on the comment and the like button and the subscribe button, man. So y'all know when I'm up here, we can chop it up, man. I appreciate everybody that's always been holding me down, keep coming through. Appreciate y'all, man. But I'll be back. I got some more of these reactions. We got more to do, more to talk about. I'll be back.